Okay, so welcome to day 5 session. Till now we completed 4 classes and today we are going to discuss on creation test case design part. So we have gone through the requirements phase in which is a very main responsibility of a tester, and then we understood the business model of an application. So today we are going to create the test cases and do miscellaneous thing on this test cases. Okay. So everyone gone through the BRD document of ActiTime application. So did you get a chance to go through the PDF document and flow diagrams? Okay. So yesterday we also discussed about the test case template, right? So in test case design, today we are going to see creating the test cases, creating the scenarios from ERD, types of test cases, and we are going to work on the ActiTime application today. So today full session is on test cases and creating the test cases for different test case titles. Okay. Now, so what is the test case template we remember from yesterday? Can anyone say what are the different elements we have to fill for a test case? Yes, title, precondition, correct. Steps, yes. Expected result, yes. Great. So you remember all the test case template which we learned yesterday, right? So title, precondition, steps, expected result, actual result, keywords. Okay, so these are the various elements we have to fill for any test cases. For suppose in BRD document, we'll get a title. So yesterday we gone through the BRD. I'll open yesterday's document. I'm searching for the same. I don't know where I kept my document. Okay, I got it. So this is the business requirement document for ActiTime application, right? So here we have some scenarios. Yesterday we saw some scenarios here. Like, for example, these are the scenarios. In this application, an employee can add task. He can enter how much time he has worked on. He can close the task. He can submit time track. So these are the different scenarios which we need the test data, right? So first of all, we'll get the test data for login functionality. So we have to start from login functionality. We cannot directly jump to the inner part of an application without validating the login functionality. So these are the few test case titles which I prepared from the scenarios from the PRD document for login functionality. At the moment, this document is not having this, but I prepared it for myself. So now we are going to write the test case. So now one by one, you have to tell me how to write the test case for each title. Okay. So we'll complete how many test cases we can in during the training period. Now, first of all, let me write the login functionality is a scenario. Okay, this is not a test case. Login field. Under login field, we are having all these things: username and password field, username and password field. So first of all, what we will take in these things, we need to have the test data for username, password, and we have to select this keep me logged in until and unless I log out, and click on the login button. So we can do functionality testing and GUI testing. First of all, we'll go for GUI testing, okay? Or so first of all, we'll go for GUI testing. Then we'll jump into functionality testing. Okay, in GUI, what we can see, for example, if it is a text box, this box should allow us to enter anything. That may be any characters. It may accept any kind of thing. But the thing is, this username should allow us to enter any characters, space, and anything, special characters. So any kind of stuff, it should allow us to enter. So this is the test case. Even it should accept these things also. Button should be able to click, right? We have, if you click on checkbox, it should uncheck. Again, if you click, it should make a checkbox. So here we got four GUI test cases to validate the GUI. So username, what we can write the title, username text box should allow us to enter any data. Okay, so this is my title. What should I write for precondition? For precondition, I can write verify whether, or verify the access to application. So we'll give some numbering here. So let's say this is test case number 1. Okay. And steps, what will I do? I'll give navigate to URL or go to URL. Anything is fine. In here I have to paste the URL. Uh, Try to enter any data and verify the result. Expected result, user should be able to enter. Actual result, yes, he is able to enter. user is able to enter the data, and keywords I'll give as GUI test case. GUI means graphical user interface. Okay, how we are able to see and what are the different attributes for the elements. What are the different types of GUI elements we'll have? Text box, drop box, or drop down I can say, links, checkboxes, radio button, these things. So these are the different type of elements. So when I say attributes, what do you mean by attributes? The type of text box means we have to give input, like we can enter the data. Drop down means we can only select the data, we cannot modify or we cannot do anything. Link means we have to click it. Checkbox also we can click to select, and radio button also same. So you understood the meaning of GUI elements and the attributes: input, select, click, actions. Everyone understood the meaning of attributes and the type of GUI elements we have here? Okay. So what type of test case we written here? GUI test case. Okay. Now I'll write test case title 2. So now tell me for functionality of this login button or password field. So can anyone tell me the title for it? Just think of title and tell me. So user should be able to enter the data into password field also. So what he have to do, he need to navigate to the URL. So in place of username, we are just replacing this by password. So here the title will be everything we can copy paste except the password field. Check if password field allows to enter data. Uh, Title password check. See, if I say password check or check if, I'll copy paste the. So these are the two titles I got from you. So here just tell me if I write check if the password field allows to enter data, can we write? We are not asking a question or we are not asking them to do some task. We are, see, when you write a test case, you have to write in a manner as some person is, you are telling to some person. Okay. So if you tell to some person, you will not tell password check, right? The title should be precise and it should have meaning. I said it should be in a sentence and it should tell what the test case is all about. Here, if I tell password check, it is again becoming a scenario. It is not a single test case. I can validate the password field either functionally or GUI type. Any type I can check. So you need to give the entire title. Okay, even here the check if password field allows to enter data, so it's not the correct sentence formation. You have to give as we are telling to some person. Okay, so here what we can say, uh, password text box should allow to enter any data. Okay, So I think you understood what I gave the tip here. We can say we should give the title in precise manner. It should have meaning, and the title itself should share what we are doing, and also it should be in a way that we are telling to some other person what to do. Now, tell me for login button. The title for login button. How can I verify the functionality for login button? Yes, it's the exact title we can give. Login button should allow us to click the button. Okay. Here again, we yeah, okay, that will become again a functional test case. So here my title is login should button allows us to click the button, and precondition is verify the access. Steps, we can also go to navigate to URL, try to enter data. Here we need to also mention like after entering the data or before entering the data. So that will become a functional thing. Here we can give the dependency also, like write the test cases 2 and 1. Here in precondition, what we can write, execute test case number 2 and test case number 1 before executing this. So what they'll do, they'll go and see, okay, what we need to do, we need to enter some data into password field and the username field. Then he will come to the steps here. So what we'll mention here, directly we'll mention, click on the login button. Here there is no need to mention navigate to URL again, because he's already executing the 2 and 1 and he's in the current page itself. So if there is any some dependency test case, you should not give go to URL. Here you can directly mention click on the login button, and user should be able to perform the click action. Okay, user should be able to perform click action. In test case 2, password should be in encrypted form. So we need not mention it in the steps. We can write it as a separate test case again. It is a good test case actually. Password should not be shown. Whatever you write the password, it should not be shown here. That will become a very good functionality test case. Here we are just only trying to see whether we are able to enter. If you are clicking a button on your keyboard, it is taking some data or not. We are just verifying. It's a just simple GUI test case. We did not go until the functionality test case. Okay. But that is a very good test case title, I can say. So now simple these things you understood how to write a GUI test case, how to give the title. So now can anyone tell me on this one? Soumya or Priyanka? Priyanka Singh, I mean. We have both Priyankas today here. Priyanka Singh or Soumya, can you both, can anyone from both of you tell me the test case title for this checkbox? It's simple GUI, not functionality. We'll later go to the functionality test cases. So if instead of typing, if anyone is interested to talk, I can unmute you. There is no problem for me. Radio button keep should allow us to perform the click action. Yes, that's a good title. See here, when I said about writing anything, we need to maintain the capitalization. So radio button means R capital, because we are writing in a sentence form. We are writing it in a tool. Okay, we are not going to write in any Word document when we go to any workplace. So you should take care of everything. You need to maintain sentence case, radio button, keep me again. So keep me logged in is a particular functionality here. Username is a field, password is a field. Here this is a link. So what you have to do, you have to keep this mark so that they'll understand there is something called keep me logged in. So if you are mentioning any particular thing in the application, you can just copy paste here, keep me logged in. Okay. Okay, it's a checkbox. Sorry, it's a checkbox, not radio button. It's a checkbox. Thanks, Vati, for letting me know. It's a checkbox, not radio button. Radio button will be in round shape. Okay. The functionality and attribute for checkbox and radio button is same, but those both are different from each other. Checkbox means it will be in square shape, and the radio button means so it will be in a round shape, right? Then precondition, we already know, verify the execute here 2, 3 and 1 test case execute, because if they want to select this, either they can directly go to this one, but to tell the importance of precondition, I am writing the test cases execute these things. Otherwise, if these are GUI components, I can directly verify, okay, I clicked, it is getting checked, and if I am clicking it again, it is getting unchecked. So we can directly test it because we are verifying only GUI elements here. But to let you know the importance of precondition, that's the reason I'm writing these preconditions. Okay, execute test case 1, 2, and 3 prior to this. Steps, directly click on checkbox. And user should be able to click it, and here in expected result, what we can say, we can say that check, what do you say, this mark, like correct mark we can say, right? Correct symbol, correct symbol should be displayed on checkbox. And we can what we can do here, if somebody don't know what do you mean by correct symbol, some people may call it as correct mark, or we don't know what others will call it. What we can say, we can attach the screenshot or we can show some example. I don't know whether we can attach the screenshot here in this Word document. Yes, even we can say checkbox should be checked. That is also a correct one. Yeah, that's a good one. Check mark or tick mark? Yes. Even we can say check mark or tick mark also. Yeah, that's a good one. So this is a simple language. Check mark or a tick mark. It should be displayed on checkbox, or checkbox should be checked. So we can write in any way. Okay, which is the best one? You can choose and you can write it. So we wrote till now the GUI test cases. So what we'll do? We'll now jump to, you understood. what are the different meaning of attribute, types of elements, and the actions we are going to perform. So now we will go to the functionality test cases. Test case for forgot password. Yes, even the link we can verify. We have one more test case for forgot password. So on we can, this is a link, right? So what we can say in expected result, we can say if you click on this link, it should navigate to forgot password page. So this the window or URL is not changing. Here the frame, we can say this is within the frame. So in a web elements, there is something called frames also. Frames means window within window, okay? Within or inside, we can say. So here if you would want to write a test case for this one, what we can say? What would be my title for forgot password? See here with the forgot password, again we got another test cases. If you click on return to login page link, it should navigate to login page again. If you click on forgot password, it should navigate to this window again. Here this button, enter email address or username. So we are getting more and more test cases again in login page itself. Okay. So forgot password. On clicking the forgot password link, forgot password should navigate to other link. It's not link, it's a another window, we can say window within link means this is the link. On clicking a link, it is navigating to some window, right? It is going to some forgot your password window, we can say. It's not a link, right? If you click on a forgot password link, it is navigating to another window. On clicking the forgot password link, user should be navigated to, we can say this is a title, right? We can write a small one, and in expected result we can say where he should navigate, the destination window, what it should be, we can write. uh, so title, precondition, we can mention the access or execute test cases, and in steps we can right click on, directly click on the link forgot password. In expected result, you should say it comes under functionality or GUI. Here, if you mention about forgot your password, specifically if you are mentioning this window name, then it is a functional. Or if you are just saying on clicking the link, it should be navigated to other page, then it is called as a GUI test case. Okay. Link means nothing but we are linking this particular word or text to some other page. So on clicking the link, it should be navigated. So that is the GUI attribute, right? Click on the forget password link. Expected result, user should be navigated to other window or other page, we can say. Actual result is also same, user is navigated to. So one more thing you have to remember, so you don't have any login page or anything here, but you're writing the test cases from BRD, you don't know whether it is navigated window within window or page. So in such scenarios, what you can say, in the particular BRD document, it will not be mentioned as with window within window, or it is a page. They will mention generic. But when developers and administrator team start working, what they'll think, why to go to another page, and no, why there is a big flow. What we can do within this page only, we can create some frame, so it will be more secured for the users to log in. Here you can keep some TBD and TBD. TBD is nothing but to be discussed, which you are not sure what the development will be there. Until and unless you get the application, you don't know how it will be in the application. So in such scenarios, you can keep TBD, to be discussed. Okay, as after contacting the particular developer, you can modify it to either it is window or a page. Okay, if you don't know and if you're not sure of anything, you can keep as TBD. Write the sentence and keep the TBD beside that, so that everyone, every others also can understand. Okay, this is not yet fixed. After getting the application, we can update it. While you are executing the test case, you can update it. Okay. So these are the GUI test cases which we discussed till now. So any doubts till now? Any doubts? In tool, we'll get all these modules separately. But as this is a document, I have to write again and again. That's the reason I'm writing and copying, pasting it. But in tool, directly we'll have different modules. No need of saying precondition and steps. Directly you'll find the modules. But here I have to write manually, so I'm writing and copy pasting it. So now we'll go to the functionality test cases. Okay, so we have some test case titles here. We'll go either to this or I'll say some other, so that you can work on this. No problem. We'll see some 3 functionality test cases over here now, like login without entering username, login with entering password, and without entering username and password. So these are the functionality thing. Here, if you don't enter anything and click on login, it is showing some error. So this will be also given to you by a developer. This will be mentioned in the document also, document itself. Or you can, in companies, most of the times what they'll do, there is something called user story. Means, what do you mean by user story? So we are working under one feature. This is one feature. Login page will be dealt as a user story. Okay. So login functionality means they will take some cycles. Cycle means time duration. So from October 2013 to December 2013, I'm going to work on login functionality. So this is we can say one cycle. Uh, why do we say it as a cycle? If you are working in a agile model, then it will be called as one cycle frame, one cycle, second cycle. Instead of telling one month, yeah, we can say that. So they will take this user story for login functionality, where Again, the detailed information in BRD document, there won't be any detailed information, right? So the detailed information regarding this particular functionality, small things also will be mentioned. What would be the error, whether it will be window it within window. Again, it will have some link and request login info. What would be the text present here? What would be the text here? Everything will be mentioned in this user story, completely detailed information. Okay. So in BRD document, they cannot mention it. It will not be some hundreds of pages. BRD document means it will give brief overview on what application needs to have. We saw the sample BRD document. It is having, see, all the things it is having, what application should have, what is the functionality, technology you need to use, everything it consists, but not the test data or completely detailed information. When they start working on this application, developers will give one by one user story for one by one functionality. Task will come under one functionality, schedule, users, administrator settings, permission levels. So one by one functionality, they will call it as a user story in companies. So here we'll take these three test cases and you have to tell me how can I write the functionality test case here. Parallelly, now we have application, don't worry, we'll directly work on application. So we are not writing directly from the BRD document. So here the title is verify user can log in without entering the username. So what would be the precondition? Verify access or whatever the necessary according to your company, whatever you have on the application you will write. Here for me verify the access is my precondition for my ActiveTime application. I have the access trial.activetime. I have registered for 30-day free trial. I opened my application. They gave me some password and login credentials, and I have changed my password again. So I'm able to enter it. So as soon as you register, it will take 5 minutes to set up your account. Till then, you won't get any access, right? So now I have access. I'll verify whether I'm having the access or not. And what will I do? So tell me the steps one by one step. What would be my first step? Go to URL. Yes, exactly. See, if anyone is willing to talk instead of typing, you can tell me. I'll unmute you. There is no problem for me. Yes, enter the URL or go to the URL. Yes, we can give. Go to the URL. Next, second step. Enter the username. Okay. So here, is there anything else I need to mention in the second step? In the second step, is there anything else for me to enter? We just said enter the username in this thing. So usually when you are telling to someone, you will tell even the example also. Here you need to give example username, anything. You can say admin. Example admin, and in third point click on login button. Okay, so here I am writing, I am maintaining this capitalization, sentence case, and also this double quotes. So I will give mouse access and keyword access to you. Next time you have to write on this page. Okay, click on login button. Expected, actually we should not enter the username in this test case. Okay, sorry, whether you enter the username without entering. Oh my god. Okay, password. You have very good testing skills, Swati. Password, click on login button. Click on login button. Yes, this test case, the name is without entering the username, but I am writing here enter the username. I should not enter. Nobody noticed. H- Password. Yeah, Priyanka gave me enter the password. Yeah, Priyanka also pinged me. So click on login button, expected result. Here in the expected result, what we can say, if you don't enter anything and password, I'm going to enter something and click on login. What it is saying, username or password is invalid, try again. So what we can say here, two types we can say, should be displayed and user should not here user should not be able to log in or username is password is valid and should be displayed. So we can write in both ways. Okay, so we can write in any way. User should not be able to log in. That is the functionality. Or we can say if you know. So if in user story it is mentioned that if a particular user is not able to log in, he should get this error message. If they give this thing before only, you can directly write this is the error message. So here error message, it is a good sentence case. If you write error message exclamate this double quotes, username or password is invalid, please try again, this message should be displayed. So this would be more good sentence than directly writing this should be displayed. Actual result, yes, error message is displayed. Or if we are giving this one, user is not unable to log in, we can say user is unable to log in without entering username. So we can write in any comfortable way which you think is a correct and a good one, then the other you can write. Okay, so this is how you write. Now we are going to verify login without entering username and password. Okay, where is our title? Okay, so this is our title. So this is my title here.